Hi and welcome back to Kanji Master. Before we start today's first kanji, I want to say that today's theme is going to be flames or fire. All the kanji today will contain this item, and there's a reason for that. Recently I've been watching some videos on YouTube, as I'm sure you have been too. People have a lot of strategies, some famous YouTubers too, including like Abroad in Japan, about Heisig's method of memorizing kanji, where you learn kanji that have similar elements, so there's less shapes to remember and more just acquiring meaning, which is easier for us as adults because our memory sucks, but we're able to understand like advanced concepts. I watched a video by a guy called Matt vs Japan, who you guys may have heard of as well. He outlines why Wanikani isn't such a great way of learning Japanese, and Heisig's is, and the weaknesses and strengths of both those methods, and also learning from real life contexts. I've come away from that thinking that I would actually totally agree with, in terms of from this point onward, now that we have a real base level of kanji, meaning that you probably know the most common top like 200 kanji probably already, thanks up to this point. So from here on in, it's more about acquiring the rest of them rather than this necessity of what I would deem to be really basic level grade 1 and grade 2 children's level kanji. I think we're there already. So what I want to do from here on out is to use this kind of method. I think the way we're doing things, as long as you're supplementing the way that we're learning, not worrying too much about the meaning, not too much about the readings and more about the meaning of each kanji, and then trying something like NHK Easy News, which I could link to in the description, as well as the previous video I mentioned by Matt vs Japan, and sort of trying to read and see the kanji that we know in context, because that will help to reinforce and increase your memory of these, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. So having said that, so today, like I said before, all the kanji today will contain the radical, or I should say kanji, fire, each with its own unique meaning, but I think this will help us remember. I'm excited to move forward to try this technique. As a result, we'll be learning probably some slightly rarer kanji, but as we have with previous other rare kanji that we've learned, this is designed so that we basically can use this knowledge to help learn other kanji when it appears inside, so it's actually easier for us to remember. So without further ado, the first kanji we're going to look at today is the kanji for flame. The onya reading is in, like inflammation, like no in, like head inflammation. The kunyo reading is hono, meaning flame. It's literally just two fires on top of each other. If you can imagine, an inflammation feels like not just one fire, but two fires, like burning in your head. Or hono, meaning flames. You can imagine the flames dancing, flame rather than fire. The flames dancing, it kind of looks like more than one fire, up and down, up and down. And that's it. On to the next one. But before I do move on, sorry about this whole rant with this one, if there's any Japanese speakers out there, I just wanted to bring up the kunyo reading of hono. The pronunciation is hono. Normally, if you have an N sound followed by like an extended O sound, it kind of comes with this kanji, the U, but in this case it's an O. I'm just wondering the correct pronunciation. If anyone knows, it'd be awesome to find out. Cool. Now on to the next one. The next kanji is probably an N1 kanji, and whilst probably rare, and I think Japanese students learn this in junior high school, we're going to learn it today because the elements of which are quite simple, and I think it's quite easy to remember actually. The onya reading is tan, like tan sui, meaning fresh water, i.e. not salt water, or the kunyo reading is awai, like meaning faint or dull. To draw it's just like a tsunami thing without flame. So if you think that when a tsunami meets a flame, the two sort of cancel each other out, and it's like just a faint lingering of a fire. It used to be there, just like a bit of smoke in the air. It's easy to remember. Fresh water, ton. See fresh water. And the next one. And the next kanji is a kanji for worry, pain, annoy, or nuisance. Mostly annoy, I think, or nuisance, you could say. Sort of kind of feeling. The onya reading is han, like hanbo, I should say, meaning to be busy, which I'll show you how to draw shortly. And the kunyo reading is the urasa from urasagaru, to be annoyed at something. Or urasai is annoying, like urasai, something's like shut up kind of feeling to it. To draw it, we've got our flame kanji again. Promise today will be a flame day. Fire everywhere. So flame, and next to a page. So you try and remember this one as being sort of annoying, something really annoys you. Potentially the power goes out, you're like so frustrated. Oh man, the lights, you're in the middle of a really good book. So you light a candle, and then your window, which is broken, you can't close it. The wind keeps blowing and blowing the fire out, so you can't read your page. You just want to read one page. You're getting really annoyed. Just want to read one page, and you can't do it. So there we go. We've got. I'm not sure. I can't remember the stroke of this one. Anyway, I do remember it being busy. I bought busy. On the next one. The next kanji is a kanji for disaster, calamity, or woe. Quite a different, dark and sort of negative kanji here. The onyomi reading is sai, like oh sai, another disaster. Kasai, meaning fire disaster, like it's a fire. The kunyomi reading is wazawai, which is like calamity, or something like that. More kind of a personal thing as well, like a personal disaster. To draw it, you got 3 arrows of our fire. Basically, to remember this, if you're in a building, that you may be at work, there's often like a safety routine at work. It's like a fire drill, routine fire drill. You think the alarm goes off, pew pew pew, but instead of a normal fire drill, there really is a fire. There's flames everywhere. Smoke's really thick, and all you can see as you look up in the corner of your office is 3 arrows blinking towards the exit. So you run towards these 3 arrows in a disaster. And kasai, fire disaster. On to the next one. The next kanji is the kanji for lamp or light, or just kind of the counter for lights. The only is to, meaning lamp, or toyu, meaning lamp oil, which I'll draw shortly. The kunyomi is hi, meaning lamp or light. Tomoshibi is kind of like fuzen no tomoshibi, is like a precarious situation. Tomosu, the tomo for tomosu means like to light a lamp or something like that. So we've got fire. Let's try that line again, shall we? Fire and hook. So this one's not too hard to imagine. Imagine in your room, all the power goes out again, similar to our annoying situation previously. We couldn't read, and maybe you moved the candle. There was a picture in your room and it fell down and smashed, but the hook is still there. The hook is there, so you put your lamp on the hook on the wall. So your fire goes. Lamp oil. On to the next one. And the last kanji today on our fire themed day is the kanji for ashes. The onyomi is kai, like kokai, meaning volcanic ash. And the kunyomi is hai, as in hairo, like grey, or haizara, ashtray, smoky. Let's draw it. You picture you're sleeping under your cliff. Have you gone camping? And you wake up in the morning, well, such as ashes. You look out. That's where your fire is. It's always under the cliff. So picture that situation. The cliff is where your ashes lie. Hey, hiro. And hey, zara. That's it for today. Hope you're enjoying our themed days. Tomorrow's theme, I think, will focus on the kanji for woman and see how far we can get with that. Here's tomorrow. Bye.